The Coordinator Office of the First Lady, Mrs. Edesi Anani, has charged relevant stakeholders to intensify the fight against gender-based violence by ensuring that the rights of women and children in the society are protected amid rising incidents of gender-based violence in recent times. Mrs. Anani gave the charge while hosting the 13th Gender-Based Violence Management Committee at the government house in Benin City. She emphasized that the meeting was important as it addressed gender-related issues and the nature of gender-based violence. According to her, both men and women suffer from GBV, but most times women are more at the receiving end, stressing that their goal is to raise awareness and educate stakeholders on eliminating GBV in the society. The coordinator explained that gender-based violence is not only physical, it can also be emotional as both genders suffer emotional trauma and it has social economic implication.
I never cease to preach the gospel and the message of gender-based violence, why it should be eliminated, why we should sensitize our youth. The danger of social media sometimes is something we should also preach about in this gospel of gender-based violence. Sometimes these children just want to experiment. We could also speak on the way forward and also speak on what we can do to make our society better, because it affects me and it affects you because they are children. And I always say, once we have healthy youth, we are almost certain to have a healthy nation.
Mrs. Anani referenced how GBV has caused significant harm to its victims and pledged to support courses against GBV. The Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of the state, Dr. Samson Osage, expressed confidence in the Governor Monday Okpebholo's led administration's commitment to tackling GBV. He requested more collaboration and support from the state government to facilitate the effort.
The Monday Okpebholo administration is committed to providing security, and that has been demonstrated by the step it has taken so far. The gender-based violence has a law which protects the vulnerable, the men, the women, and children, against violence. And I believe that working together with the office of the First Lady and the Gender-Based Violence Management Committee, we will be able to take the mandate of this committee further in order to ensure that the mandate is achieved to reducing domestic violence among spouses in Edo State.
Dr. Sage suggested that the seriousness of the mandate of the committee is such that they cannot rely only on sponsors because violence in itself is a crime, and it was just only for the purpose of emphasis that a law was passed to protect the vulnerable in the society, particularly women and children. In attendance with the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Cyril Adams Oshomole, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Chief B.C. Idahomi, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Ienseke, amongst others. Adesuwa Ehimwa for Flow TV.